Hey, 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 what's going on? Tallboy here. We're live. That's right. We are live in the flesh. Welcome to the Lab Tech Show. We are here. We are here. We are here. That's right. I got the music playing in the background, but we are literally here. And that's a beautiful thing. So, anyway, welcome to the Lab Tech Show. And like I said, we are here. We're here to simplify technology in a language that you understand. And hopefully, you get some true value out of this show. Pretty simple. All we ask you to do is share the show, like the show, and just tell one or two people what's going on. I see that Shirley P is in the building. She says, "Hey, tall boy. Hey, how you doing?" I see Revis is already tapping in with us. And as of always, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in and hanging out with us while we are live in the flesh. I definitely appreciate that. So please let other people know what is going on. And that's pretty much it. Let me see if I can get some of these comments on here. We have a poll, and I know you see it on YouTube, and I'm going to see if I can also get this poll to pop up on the screen as well. All right. So if you give me one moment, we'll get that set up. And I wanted to take it back to the Jetsons days. That's right. So if you could own, what was your favorite part of the Jetsons? That was the question that I had for you. What was your favorite part of the Jetsons? And if you don't mind sharing that with me, one, two, three, four, or what is it? One, uh-oh, we got issues over here. So, yeah, don't worry about the bottom part of the poll. I don't know why that did not disappear. But what was your favorite part of the Jetsons? The flying car, two, teleporting, Rosie the robot. Let's see, what else do we have? We have video meetings, it's smart home and appliances. Don't worry about the Peacock and the Paramount. I don't know why that's still there. So one through five, just one through five. That's all I want to know. Which one was your favorite part of the Jetsons? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see how that goes later on. All right. So anyway, don't forget your adult beverage. That's right. Don't forget your adult beverage. I have my peach punch. I'm switching it up a little bit. For some odd reason, they discontinued the grape. I don't know why, but I mean, it is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. And as always, we have to tap in and see where our guy Revis is. So let's see. Where is he at? He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn. Revis, what's happening, man?
Not much. What's going on, fam?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. Wanted to see where you are hanging out. You parked the truck, and I think that you were cutting it a little close, just like all of us, right?
Oh, yes, definitely. I'm hanging out in Junction City, Kansas.
Junction City, Kansas. Tell me a little bit about the area. What's the closest major city? Are we talking about Kansas City, Missouri, or are we talking about Kansas City, Kansas?
No, we're in Kansas, and I can't tell you nothing. I literally just got to the area, so I haven't had a chance to check it out. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know where the closest city is. All I know is that I literally just got to Junction City, Kansas.
Okay, so
Never been here before.
what? It was it just part of the route that you were going, or like tell me more about like what? How did you land there? Like, where is the ultimate destination for you?
The ultimate destination is back up in Iowa to Waterloo, but uh, I had a little short load that dropped off uh, down in another part of Kansas, and then I took the back way all the way up here to Junction City, where I'm supposed to be picking up tomorrow morning and going back to Waterloo. And the thing is, when you go the back way, there's nothing but cows and hay fields or
Okay,
no truck stop. There's no nothing. I mean, 100 something miles I had to get here.
okay, all right. So there's no cows back there. You just in the middle of just an open field.
Well, now I'm not. I actually pulled over at a rest area. I drove 15 miles outside of the town on I-70 here, and I pulled over to a rest area. It's the only place to park.
Okay.
So Actually, the rest of it looks pretty nice.
Okay. All right. Well, a rest area. All right. Well, we have a word of the day today. And as always, I'm going to give you the definition and I'm going to have you, I'm going to read a sentence and then you're going to just break it down for us. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. The word mean. That's right. The word mean is a literary word that refers to a person's demeanor or appearance, especially as expressive of their attitude or personality. The sentence reads, the minister projected a stern and serious mien from the pulpit, but we found him to be friendly and welcoming when we spoke with him in the social hall after the service. Mean. Come on, Revis. Let us know how you do it.
You know, I like that word, and the reason why I like that word is because it has to do with expression and appearance. And with me being a truck driver, the typical truck driver, usually the appearance and the expression of that truck driver gives you a certain way that you look at a truck driver. I mean, the fact that I'm 600 pounds and haven't seen my shoes in a long time, that's my appearance, and but my attitude is entirely different. You see, I'm talking to you now. That's called a meme. And the thing about it, it's not an easy word. Because when I looked at this word, the first thing I thought about was Maine, like child Maine. I'm thinking this was something that was, completely different. But actually, when I actually looked at the word, and the word is mean, and it has to do with the appearance of something, it has to do with the attitude of somebody and the personality, and that makes your mean. That really makes a lot of sense. When they talked about the minister who was in the pulpit, and sometimes he'd be looking mean, or sometimes he may look at you, or sometimes look like he may have attitude. Then when you talk to that person, you see that person is the same way. So when I'm a truck driver, and you look at a truck driver, when you think about a truck driver, you think about this really, really big person that the mean, rough exterior and all that kind of stuff, and then you come to find out that the truck driver is really not as mean as it really seems. That's pretty much my definition of mean.
Okay. So I'm just trying to get some clarity here. So you're saying how people see you as a 600-pound truck driver that can barely see his feet, you come across like you have a certain persona, but that's not really who you are, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that goes with anyone. No one is really quite like they seem.
Okay.
Until you get to know a person or you talk to a person, you never know who that person is. And it might look at Tall Boy may look mean at times because he is 7 foot plus and very intimidating. And when he walked down the street, he's 7 foot. Women's gonna grab their purses and put it on the other side of them and hold on tight to it. But if you talk to Tall Boy, you see he's one of the nicest guys in the world. And that persona that you got of him, that appearance that he gave, is not that Tall Boy is.
Period.
Okay, I like that. I can roll with that a little bit. I can roll with that. All right, guys. I need to know how you think Revis did in the comments. How did Revis do on the word of the day? Was he 1, spot on? 2, come on, man, you got to do better. 3, never heard of this one, so I understand why he messed up. Or 4, I need to add this to my vocabulary. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know in the comments, how did Revis do on the word of the day, mean? All right. Okay. While we're waiting on the people to let us know in the comments how you did, is there anything else you want to leave us with?
Hey, it's getting close to that season, man, and I just want everybody to know that Tallboy has purchased. If you guys get a chance, go to shop.tallboy.com and purchase something because it's getting close to that season. Just get something.
And just get something. Okay. Well, I'm going to work hopefully before in the next couple of weeks to try and get another line because I know it's about to get cold out there. So since I know it's about to get cold, Maybe we can find some nice clothing for the warmer weather. I mean, excuse me, for the colder weather. That way, everybody can say that they're rocking out in their tech gear with some nice something warm and snuggly to keep them, keep them warm during the holiday season.
Right. Yes. And get some long johns or something with word of the day on the butt or something. Yeah.
See, I would have never thought with the word mean. I never would have thought that you would have been a comedic comedian because you come across like you're, a truck driver that's always just trying to be extraneous. I didn't know that you had a different, what's the word that you said? I didn't know that you had this personality about yourself.
Yeah, but see, there's a lot of people don't know that. I'm really a pretty funny guy at times.
Okay.
Ask Rich Vibes. You tell me.
Okay. Well, Lisa Maria says, this is what she says in the comments. She says, he took the long way around, but he got it. Okay. I'm with it. And you bet not be nobody 600 pounds. That's what she said. That's what she's saying in the comments. Rich Vibes, look.
Driver, I have to be 600.
Well, you be eating them donuts and those hamburgers and all of that stuff inside of the trucks. Do you get any workout time in at all while you're driving?
I mean, that is a heck of a workout, lifting that donut, putting it back down, lifting it, putting it down. I mean, geez, man, them curls.
Oh my God, this guy! I see. I can see why now. You are 600 pounds. Okay, I got it. All right, guys. The word. This guy right here. All right, guys. The word of the day is mean. That's right. The word of the day is mean. Find a way to use it in a sentence. And use the vocabulary, expand your mind, just step outside of your comfort zone and just surprise a few people and let them know that you got some vocab skills. All right, Revis, we'll talk to you a little bit later and you have a good one. All right.
You guys have a good one.
All right. All right, guys. Revis was out there struggling out there in those backwoods of Kansas because he was a little choppy, but hopefully you guys got the gist of what he was saying, all right? Mean is our word of the day. And like I said, just trying to find a way to utilize it. Our stash stock party of the evening is TFLO party, all right? That is if I'm correct, give me 1 second. If I'm correct, that is the Treasury floating rate. That's who the TFLO party is. All right. So you have 3 hours, 45 minutes and 27 seconds to get your piece of stash stock. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing to get this stash stock and you own the TFLO if you go to stash.com/party and get your piece of stash stock before this clock hits 0. All right. Absolutely free. You can get $20 if you use my code in the description. You don't get a whole stock, you get a piece of incremental stock. But if you use that $20 code, when you spend 20, you get 20, and then you can buy that whole stock of whoever it is that's within your price range or a company that you would like to support. All right. That's pretty much how we are rolling. All right. That's what it is. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and tap into our show. We got a packed show. I didn't get a chance to pretty much talk about all the things that were on tap in the pre-show, but we have a jam-packed show this evening, and I definitely want to go ahead and get through as many of these articles as possible. And I think that you're going to find some value in these articles. All right. So let's see. Let me see. Keep on trucking, Revis. That's what Shirley says. You crazy at Revis Brown. And let's see. Yeah, those are the comments that we got. All right. So our first article of the evening, the articles are in the description of the YouTube body. All right. So all you got to do, if you want to come back and catch the replay, if you say Tallboy, where was that article at? You can find it right there in the description. And don't forget, whatever you're drinking on, tap in. All right. So have your adult beverage, your wine, your beer, your water, whatever it is that you choose to have. Feel free to tap in. All right. So our first article of the evening is Spotify. That's right. Spotify is doing some things. They're saying that if you have Spotify Premium, they're going to give you some free audiobooks to its subscribers. That's right. Do you like to read? Do you have a Spotify account? man, when I tell you this might be the deal of the year, it is within reason. All right. So let's see how this article reads. Okay. They're saying Spotify is saying they took a big step towards keeping you in the app. That's all they're trying to do. Where can I get most of my time at, right? Where will you spend most of your time? And they're saying it's growing ecosystem. That much more with the addition of more than 200,000 audiobooks for premium subscribers in the United States, all right? Now, that's a big number, but that's just part of the story. You don't get full access to listen to everything for as long as you want, but each individual premium subscriber and plan managers for family and dual accounts will get 15 hours of audiobooks every month included with their plans, and you'll see the available audiobooks marked as included in premium. I'm going to scroll this down so you can check that out yourself. And so if you are on Spotify, I was going to say another brand, but if you're on Spotify, they want you to stay in the app. They're saying, hey, you get 15 hours of audiobooks every month included with your plan. All right. Now, they're also saying that Spotify says that should get you about 2 books a month, but you can opt to buy a book or another 10 hours of listening for $13 more. All right. So let's just say you go through your 15 hours and you want to add more, pay another $13 for that month, then you can get another 10 hours. All right. And they're saying that now there's some fine print here, and they're saying the top up hours are good for 1 year. So you don't have to use them in the same month in which you purchased them. And you can add multiple top ups to your account for even more audiobook time. They're only available in 10-hour increments. That's the only catch when it comes to this technology, okay? So they're saying that the other details, audiobook listening time assumes you're listening at normal speed. Adjusting the playback speed does not affect it. Listening to a 1-hour book at 2 times speeds still uses 1 hour of your allotted time, not 30 minutes, all right? So no matter what speed you use it at, you're going to be locked into the time that you use, all right? So if it's shorter, it's still going to be considered that time, all right? You can listen to a book more than once, but both run count against your audiobook hours. Audiobook listening hours don't roll over month to month, so whatever you don't use from your initial 15 hours, it's gone at the start of the new month, and you won't get a refund or anything for unused hours. And then lastly, your included 15 hours will be used first, followed up by any top-up hours. All right, so if this is what you do, if reading is what you do and you're already into Spotify, this could be a way for you to cancel a potential subscription that allows audiobook services. But then they're also saying that there's another gem that they have for you. Spotify Premium Student Plan doesn't get any free audiobook listening time, because why would you want students to enjoy books? That's what they're saying. I did not do this. Okay. So they're saying, so what will you find in Spotify audiobooks? The company says that it has more than 70% of the best-selling titles, and the 15 hours of free listening for premium subscribers basically puts it on par with what Amazon Audible listeners who are Amazon Prime subscribers, that's what they already have. All right. So it's pretty much similar. Now, the only difference with Amazon Prime Video, you get one book a month for free, and you get to keep that book. That's the positive thing about being with Amazon Prime Video. But with Spotify, you're getting 15 hours absolutely free. It costs you nothing, and it's automatically in there, and you have over 70,000 titles that go with it. All right. They're all saying that it's a cool addition to Spotify, and hopefully one that doesn't attract the same sort of controversy that some exclusive podcasts on their platform have attracted. And on the other hand, given the state of affairs, we wouldn't be surprised if someone finds something objectionable somewhere, right? So somebody's going to complain and somebody's not going to like it, all right? So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of this? They says I use Pocket FM for my audiobook, says Revis. And then someone else says I've had a hard time trying to find time to read a real book, let alone trying to listen to one. I understand. I completely understand. But I do have to ask you, what do you think of this Spotify feature? That's right. What do you think? One, yes, I can listen to my books and music in one place. Two, no, I will wait for the catch of more money to pay. Three, I am not a Spotify user, so this does not pertain to me. Or four, I'm open to exploring their services as a new customer. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? And if you guys have any questions, we can discuss this as we continue to do dialogue, right? So Revis says he's already doing audiobooks and he's a truck driver. So it makes sense for him, right? He's riding. He's got nothing but the open road, but why not, right? We've talked about Libby. If you have a library card, you can go to Libby, download the app, and you can get access to their books for absolutely free. But if you already have Spotify Premium, this is an opportunity for you to get at least 15 hours of over 200,000 books that is in their catalog, right? So why not make this make sense, right? Shirley says, Revis shares a picture of where you're trucking. I think the community would like to see you. All right. Okay. I don't know how that. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. Okay. That's what Shirley says. She said, share a picture of where you're trucking at, and we would love to see where you're trucking at. All right. So maybe take a picture, send it to me, and I'll post it on the Lab Tech Show Instagram or Facebook page. But back to the topic at hand. We're talking audiobooks. We're trying to bring it out here. We want you to take advantage of a feature that if you're already paying for it, but if you're not even using Spotify, then it may not make sense. But then, like I said, for the people or that are students, this does not affect them at all. So the poll says, let's see, I'm open to exploring their services as a new customer. This sounds intriguing. Okay, I like that. All right, so that's where we are with that. Spotify, they got a new feature. It's free for the time being. You never know what may happen in the near future, but we are trying to make it all happen and let people know that, hey, there's some services out here that you can utilize, and we want you to take advantage of them. All right. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that benefits you, and you get some value out of that. All right. Let me see. Somebody else said, yeah, I can listen to my books and music in one place. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm all for it. Okay. Our next article. Now, ladies, I need your help on this one. All right. I really do, because I was a little hesitant on talking about this topic this evening. I really was, because I felt like I don't know too much about this, but I needed you guys to at least be aware or be informed of what's happening. And what I mean by that is there's now a tampon that can test for STIs or diseases. That's right. There's a tampon. I don't know too much about tampons because I'm a guy, but I felt like, hey, there's women that watch this show, and we want you guys to be aware of what's going on. And I want to know, would you be open to using it? That's the first thing. Like, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, but I mean, we need to have these conversations. And because there's a tech segment, a tech feature with this, I felt like, hey, let's see what we can do to make this all happen. Okay. So this is how the article reads. They're saying the company Daye has just launched a new at-home tampon based test for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and other common STIs, but it's only in the UK. So Rich Vibes is watching. So Rich Vibes is in the UK. Maybe he might know some lady friends that might be interested in this, but they said that they do plan to expand. So this is what the article says, and this is how it reads. They're saying that a UK-based startup is hoping to turn their specialized tampons into a popular test for sexually transmitted infections. Now, the company Daye has launched a new at-home screening service for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and other diseases. The test is currently only available in the UK, but they plan to expand to the US and the European Union real soon. That's what they're saying, okay? And they're saying now this was founded in 2017 and they offer a variety of products advertised for gynecological, I hope I said that right, gynecological health, including CBD infused balms and tampons. Now they're saying a year ago it began to sell what it bills as these diagnostic tampons, which are intended to screen customers' vaginal microbiome. Look, I don't know these words, so help me out, ladies. Vaginal microbiome, the community of bacteria and other microbes. I don't know this word. Help me out, ladies. That live in our bodies. These screenings are meant to potentially detect or monitor conditions linked to an imbalanced microbiome, such as recurrent yeast infections or bacterial vaginosis. But the company is now taking its test one step further. This is a lot to handle, but we're going to figure it out. And I hope you guys help me get through this one. All right. So I can't make this up. We out here trying to figure it out. The fellas are like, hey, what in the world is even happening here? But yeah, we're going to take it one step further. And what they mean by that is it's STI screening kit. It uses tampons to look for genetic traces of the 5 most commonly reported STIs, which are chlamydia, gonorrhea, mycoplasma, trichomonas, genitalium, and uroplasma. The tests are taken at home and then sent to a diagnostic laboratory along with a completed questionnaire. Customers are expected to receive their results within 5 to 10 days. And if someone tests positive for an STI, the company will then offer to link them with a licensed nurse or consultation and possible treatment services. Now, this tampon test is based on PCR technology, and it's a well-established technique for accurately diagnosing infectious diseases such as COVID-19. So they've been around, they've been testing this, and it looks like they are a reputable company. And they are also saying that past research has suggested that tampons can be viable delivery method of STI testing on par with established methods like throat and genital swabbing. And the company, Daye, says that its test is backed up by their own clinical trial data collected from 600 patients. So they've already been doing this. They've already said, hey, we've tested it. We brought it to, we've done some beta testing, and now we want to bring it to the community. And we would love for you to be a part of it. We've gathered some significant amount of data from our diagnostic tampon over the past few months, and we observed a 1% test failure rate due to insufficient sample collection. So they've tested it. They're saying they got a 1% test failure rate, and so maybe you may want to try a second test compared with the 10% and more recorded with the swab. So 1% if you use the tampon, 10% if you use the recorded swab. All right. Now they're saying that the STI have become a larger problem in both the UK and elsewhere. And now that the US has seen growing numbers in diseases in recent years, they're saying that gonorrhea in particular is becoming harder to treat thanks to the emergence of drug-resistant strains. And one ongoing challenge is managing STIs is that many people will not experience symptoms of an infection, meaning that regular screening is needed to catch cases before they can spread further. So my thing is this, this is good because if you're using a tampon, you might be able to catch it early as opposed to catching it at a later time and date when you do go for the test, right? So they're also saying that Daye, which is the company, Daye, says that its tests can be part of the solution, though some outside experts interviewed by publications have already expressed criticism of the company's latest product. They're saying some infections are some infections like uroplasma will never end up causing diseases in most people who have them. So diagnosing and proactively treating these infections with medication could be unneeded and might even raise the risk of drug resistance. So, for their part, the company claims that it's doing its best to avoid the risk. Now, they're saying that the STI screening service is only available to UK residents and that the company does plan on expanding to the US and to the EU. They're also planning to include HPV testing in the future, which has already been studied in clinical trial that launched last month. Now, the tests cost $99 or about 99 pound, 99 British pound, which is about 120 US dollars. And additional consultation costs can cost anywhere from 29 British pound to 35 US dollars. Now that's a lot. But the fact that they're bringing this technology to women to say, instead of you getting regularly tested, you can already have this technology already in their particular tampons that they're actually using. The question is, do you feel comfortable using their tampon? That's, that's the way I'm looking at it. So let me see. Here's my question for you. What do you think of the tampon technology? On your phone, type 1 if you think I would never have thought of anything like this. 2, I like that it's private and personal. 3, this needs to make it to the US. 4, this should be marketed to the younger generation. 5, I'd rather know than not know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this tampon technology that will test for STI and other diseases? Let me look over here at the comments and see what you guys are saying. The comments are saying, sounds like, no, let's see. Revis is too much. Revis says, rich vibes. Send me a few of those. I had some of those. If I had some of those, I wouldn't have to use condoms. Lord Jesus, what is this man thinking? Lord,
that's suspicious.
I don't know what to say. Very good ideas for those women hooking up with any and every pipe that comes along, going off IG and dating profile, says Lisa Maria. That's very interesting take. So, I mean, at least you'll know faster, right? You would know. So I think that's a good thing. You would know faster if you find this information out, right? So, but how many 99? So you would buy. I'm proposing that you would buy the tampons, then you would send the tampons in for the $120. So my thing is, how many times do you have to send the test? I would think that you would